The 2023 Verizon data breach report proved what most people feared to be true. Nearly 19 out of every 20 cyber attacks are financially motivated. According to the 2023 Verizon data breach report, organized crime groups are behind nearly 2/3 of data breaches. Cybercrime may cost as much as $8 trillion by the end of 2023. For comparison, that's larger than the market capitalization of Apple, Microsoft, and Google combined. If cybercriminals had their own country, it would be the world's third largest economy after the United States and China. The money these organizations steal is carefully invested into, you guessed it, increased cybercrime capabilities. What financial motivation really means. At first glance, the term seems simple. Financially motivated cybercrime groups want to steal money. But for cybersecurity professionals, financial motivation is extremely important. It can show how organized cybercrime groups work and what kinds of targets they find appealing. For example, financially motivated hackers are constrained by funding the same way any organization is. They need to hire top talent, specialize in niche services, and sell excess capacity to other organizations. If they pay a lot of money hiring, their profits will be lower. Therefore, the name of the game becomes execute cheap cyber attacks. The business of cybercrime. One of the most widely reported cybercrime developments of the last few years is the cybercrime as a service model. This model has cybercrime developers building individual tools and licensing them to other threat actors to use against victims. Those user-friendly platforms have been managed by cybercrime groups such as GantCrab, Revel, and Lockbit. For example, the cybercriminals behind the Rig exploit kit relied on a credential-stealing Trojan called Raccoon Stealer for many years. After Raccoon Stealer's lead developer was killed in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Rig threat actors substituted the software for Drydex. Drydex is a popular tried-and-true software exploitation tool. Because Raccoon Stealer was cheaper, it allowed Rig exploit kit users to rake bigger profits from their highly automated approach to initial access. Larger cybercrime organizations have access to good cybercrime software for cheap. Wizard Spider is one of the most profitable cybercrime groups in the industry due to its centrally managed, vertically integrated business structure. It builds its own panel-hosted cracking application and even hired a team of telephone operators to coerce non-responsive victims into paying. Cybercrime business structures and their TTPs. The size and scope of a cybercrime group directly influence how it operates. Here are two examples. Rig exploit kit users may not be willing to expend a great deal of time or energy attacking targets they don't expect to successfully breach. They successfully exploited between 20,000 and 25,000 devices per day during a late 2022 campaign. Attackers did not need to worry about the hundreds of thousands of unsuccessful attempts they made during the same time. Wizard Spider can afford to take on much riskier targets and a lot of time and money overcoming security controls. Thanks to their large team of software-specific subteams, they can manage attacks from start to finish. It can easily deploy hundreds of millions of dollars to expand the group's capabilities if needed. Threat intelligence data is crucial for early, effective detection. Knowing how these cybercriminals make money is key to creating a solid defense. Business leaders can deploy limited resources more effectively. For example, one cybercrime group may use automation to cast a large net with tools like the Rig exploit kit. Blocking unauthorized processes and isolating infected devices might be enough to thwart an active attack, at least in the short term. The group will eventually change its tactics and find new ways to exploit targets. That's why business leaders need access to current data on these criminal organizations. ProDeft exposes the inner workings of the world's most notorious cybercrime groups, and to this day, having access to the daily cyber attack trends is the best way to prevent one from happening in your company.